Sony's Venom movie's coming out, and everybody's thinking that Carnage is probably going to be a villain. It'd be a perfect time to whip out the character. Nobody knows who's going to play it and if he's going to even be in Venom. But if they were to cast a character, this is my top 10 of who should play Carnage. What's going on, everybody? I'm Brad Deaton, and this is the Geek Review. Before I start the top 10 of who should play Carnage, I want to start with an honorable mention. Somebody that I think would have played the character amazing a good while ago, but really is getting too old for the part, and I just don't think would be into it now. That would be Jim Carrey. Yes, y'all probably are all saying they could still pull it off, and he probably could, but I don't see... First off, being too A-list of an actor, I think they need to get more of an unknown actor to do this part. And plus, I think that he is getting too old for it. He is as old as some of the counterparts that are on this list, but that's just my opinion. So that's an honorable mention. The way I'm going to do this list is worst to best. So this is the top 10. I'm going to start with the person I really could do the part, but not my favorite person to do this part. And I'm going to build up as I go through it to someone I really think could really do the part well. So starting off with number 10, Jesse Plemons. He's from Breaking Bad. I think he brings an interesting aspect to the character. I think he could do it. I just don't think that he's my favorite to do it. Number 9 is Will Pointer. You might know him from We Are the Millers. Okay, he's the funny, goofy kid. He was actually cast originally to play Pennywise the Clown in It, but that actually didn't go through. So I was kind of excited to see him as a creepy character because I think he could pull it off. He has some pretty good acting chops. He showed that off in The Maze Runner. So for him, for this character, I think that'd be pretty cool, especially to have a younger counterpart to Tom Hardy's Venom. Might be interesting. Number 8 is a comedic actor as well that has showed his acting chops of being creepy, and that's Matthew Lillard. In Scream, we got to see that psychotic aspect to him. But Matthew Lillard, I don't think will end up being him. I just think he would also be an interesting take. And that brings us to number 7, Michael C. Hall. Michael C. Hall, someone that's been talked about on the internet for a while of being cast as Venom or cast as Carnage. A lot of people liked him because he really pulls off a creepy thing, and Dexter, he's got a nice charisma. As Carnage, he's a really good actor, so I think he could do it, but I also kind of imagine someone scrawny playing Carnage, and he's pretty buff. I know that's nitpicking here, but that's just what I think. But I'd like to see him as a character. Number 6 is actually a really scrawny guy that's played a lot of creepy characters, but I don't think could be as domineering as some of the other people on this list, and that's Crispin Glover. He's the one, he was in Hot Tub Time Machine as a guy that got his hand cut off, the bellhop. He's been in Willard, which really was a creepy movie, and he showed us that he can be a very sketchy guy. So he would be he could pull off the creepiness, he could pull off the look. As far as being threatening, I don't know if he would be the best pick for that. Someone that could be very threatening and actually it can be creepy, but also can dominate a part is the next person on this list. That's number 5, Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell is an acting legend. He was in Iron Man 2. He was actually the front runner to play Iron Man back in the day and had to turn it down. And it went to Robert Downey Jr., which was actually an amazing thing, good thing that happened. But he's still an amazing actor, and I could see him doing something like this. Good choice to take on the role. And he is a very A-list actor, unlike most of the people on this list. Unlike the next person on this list, number 4, Brendan Fletcher. And you probably do not know who Brendan Fletcher is, but he was the guy that played in Freddy vs. Jason. He was one of the guys that escaped from the psych ward. He is really odd. He's played in some other movies where he played like a psycho killer. He could play the psychotic part and everything like that, and he would be a good young counterpart if we were going for a younger Carnage. And as far as going for a younger, unknown actor, Zach Ward, a little bit better known than Brendan Fletcher, but Zach Ward was also in Freddy vs. Jason. He played Brendan Fletcher's brother who had killed himself, or Freddy had killed. And he showed some creepiness in that part. If you watch that scene that he's in, look it up on YouTube. It's him in a bathtub, and he's just kind of really creepy, like Freddy coming through his body. He played it a little corny, but he showed that he can be creepy. He's redheaded. He's got the look. He really does have the Cletus Cassidy look, I think. So he'd be a good one to choose. He was also in the show Titus. I love that show. So I kind of always wanted to see him do something else. And this would be a good opportunity for him to break into a big screen role. Whether his acting chops could hold up the part, that would remain to be seen. But someone who does have the acting chops to absolutely pull this character off is my number 2, Jackie Earle Haley. And that is a fan favorite to play this character. He did so good with Rorschach. He did an interesting take on Freddy Krueger, another Freddy Krueger alumni on this list. But he played Freddy, and it wasn't very well taken by the fans. But, you know, change is a hard thing for people to take. But I think he would be really cool. Now, he is older, like I said, against Jim Carrey. I'm not against old people, though. I don't go run over people with walkers or anything. I just think that you want someone spry enough to bring that certain springiness to the Carnage character, if that makes sense. But I really think Jackie Earle Haley could pull the good parts of everything. He's older, so he could really dominate the character and bring this kind of wit to it. He's also can play insane very well. So, and he's an amazing actor, so I think he would be really good, and that's why he's my number 2. But my number 1 is not a very well-known character, but has played in some pretty well-known movies. That's Ben Foster. Ben Foster is the guy who played Angel, the first incarnation of Angel, in X-Men The Last Stand. Now, that part wouldn't make you think that he'd be a good Carnage. But wait, there's more. Alpha Dog. He was an Alpha Dog, and he played a crazy gangster type character, just a crazy thug, and he was insane, and he had these evil looks, and he just, like, you never knew what was going on in his head, and he actually could scare you. He actually felt intimidating. He is my number 1 because I really think he's underestimated as an actor. I think that this part would be something he would be amazing at, because it's not, I think that I want them to have an unknown character. I want them to have someone younger. He's not too young not to fit the part, but he's not too old not to be some of the things that Carnage needs to be. He's just creepy enough. I really think he's just creepy enough, and he's proven he has the acting chops. And he's cut his teeth in comic book movies already. Which seems to be what all the comic book movies are looking for. Look at the past casting choices. Even the past casting choice in this movie. Tom Hardy, Bane, now he's Venom. This guy was Angel, now he could be Carnage. I would really love to see him play the part. Please, if you have anybody I left off the list, let me know in the comments below. If you don't agree with anybody on my list, let me know in the comments below. If you liked anybody on this list, let me know in the comments below. Please subscribe, like this video. I'm Brad Deaton, and this has been The Geek Review.